Hello everyone. Today we've got more number everyone, and it's square numbers. And I reckon today you're going to find this really nice and accessible and nice and easy. So what are squared numbers? What is a squared number? Well, here's a list of them below, don't worry about that. But what is a square number? A square number is the result when a number has been multiplied by itself. For example, 36 is a square number because 6 lots of 6, or 6 times 6, equals 36. That was taken from BBC Bitesize website. So the first square number would be 1 because 1 times 1 equals 1. Then we've got 4 is the next square number because 2 times 2 is 4. 9 is the third square number because 3 times 3 is 9. So forth and so on. And we do need to memorize these. And this is up to 12 square numbers. So 12 times 12 gives us 144. 11 times 11, 121. 10 times 10, 100. You can see how it's working. You do need to memorize, or you definitely need to know that your times table is up to the 12 times table really, really well for this to work for you. So let's have a look at some sort of information here. This is how it works. So when we talk about being squared, we can see that we can write it as 1 to the power of 2, and that equals 1 times 1 equals 1. 2 to the power of 2 is 2 times 2 equals 4, and we can see how that all goes. I'd highly recommend you pausing the video and copying this out. It's really important that we have that understanding that all a squared number or a square number is when it's been multiplied by another number by itself brings us out, and we do need to memorize these as we go. So hopefully now you've either paused it and come back, or if you haven't done that, pause the video. Make sure you write them out as we will need those moving forward. So let's look at an example question we might get. So the first question you might get is just write down the first 10 square numbers. So we're going to start very, very simply. I mean, if you feel like you can pause the video, you can do that now. But I'll do the first couple for you, and then you can see how you're going to go. So first way I'd start, okay, I've got to do it right the first 10. So it's going to be 1 times 1 equals 1. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 3 equals 9. So I've done the first 3. What I'd like you to do is do the rest now and come back and see if you've got them right. So 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 7 is 49. 8 times 8 is 64. 9 times 9 is 81. And 10 times 10 is 100. And that's really simply how we do it, how simple it is. Another type of question is write down the square numbers from the list below. So you've got to work out whether or not they are or they're not. So pause the video, give that a go, come back and see if you've got them correct. So top tip here would be to write down a list of squared numbers down below, and then you can do them. Or if you know your times tables really well, you'd go, okay, well 91 is not a square number, okay? And then we go through them individually and say, okay, 105 is not a square number, 10 is not a square number, 2 is not a square number. Now, a lot of people put 2 because they go 1 times 1, and they go, and they think it's 2. But it's not, it's 1. But 4, that is a square number. So we can just underline it, and so is 81 because 9 times 9 is 81. Is 210 a square number? No, it's not. Is 16 a square number? Yes, it is, because we've got the old 4 times 4. 84 is not, and 121 is. So then we would just write down and transfer the information down below, and hopefully you've done that and you've been really successful there. It's definitely worth double checking when we do all of these things, because if we double check, we'll pick up the easy marks rather than dropping the easy marks. And then if we drop hard marks, then it becomes more difficult. So now, very simply, work out each of the following. You may not use a calculator. I'm going to do the first one for you, or set it up for you. So it would be 15 times 15. You may not use a calculator, so you need to use some other skills there to help you pay those bills. Way you go, everyone. Do them all now. come back and see if you've got them correct. Remember, if you need to use the lattice method, then use the lattice method. If you haven't done the lattice method, there's a video on that, but you can use any other method you so choose apart from using your calculator. So hopefully you had some time to do that. So 15 times 15 is 125. So that's our answer for 15 squared, or 15 to the power of 2. So 21 times 21 gives us 441. And we've got 32 timesing by 32, which then gives us 1024. And it is now time for the quiz. So please pause your videos now, give these a go, and come back and see if you've got them correct. But only do that if you have been successful so far today. No point doing this if you know you're going to struggle. Go back and watch, make better notes, then come back and try this one out. So here we go. There's time for the answers and bringing it up. So the 12th square number would be 12 times 12, 144. We've got 25, 36, 16, and 100. And not to forget 4, which I almost did. Then we've got our 7 times 7, which is 49. Our 15 times 15, which is 125. And 36 times 36, which is 1,296. Hopefully you've done amazingly well. I'm sure you have. In fact, I'm positive you have. Remember to write 3 revision cards. If you'd like some electronic copies, get in contact with me in the comments section below, and I will do my best to get those to you. As always, I hope you've got a little bit better with your maths. Hopefully you feel even more confident than when you started, and that you enjoy the rest of your day or evening.